morning. I am so sorry for the delay, but I was talking to my dad. And for you who know me, talking to my dad is priceless. So I'm going to take and cherish that moment and let him talk away. And then I had to come to you guys, of course. Welcome again to another episode of The Purpose Experience. Go ahead and say it. Today is another day to live out my purpose and to give it 120%. One more time, bring it all the way from the bottom. Today is another day to live out my purpose and to give it 120%. They said, yay, good morning. I was wondering where you were. Toya, you know, when my dad talks, oh, you better listen. So I was on the phone with him, but I do apologize for the delay, guys. Let's go ahead and get to it. What are you grateful for today? Oprah said, be thankful for what you have. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never have enough. And look here, we want to be grateful for those things that we have. I'm grateful for just that moment to talk with my dad and him to give me some advice and knowledge, because the man, y'all got to understand. She said, oh, I know, and give him your undivided attention. Right? That's dad. Let's go ahead. Come on, let's do our affirmations. 12 positive affirmations for women. But if the fellas are on here, you can just change it to apply to yourself. I am confident. I respect myself. I am not what others think of me. I define myself. I was created for greatness. I inspire others. I am a leader. People look up to me. I am growing as a person every day. I am proud of myself. I will not settle for less than I deserve, and I am good to myself. How y'all feeling today? I'm telling you now, the daylight savings, we haven't fully adjusted yet. I don't like waking up and it's dark. Like before it was like, okay, it's dark, but I don't know when the sun is coming at this point. Let's go ahead, check out our inspiration. We talked about this yesterday, but I'm going to show you again, just in case you were looking for that green smoothie, how to make them. It's JJ Smith. There's a guide to it. Our good friend Rita, she did it, and she shows us her before and after. She went from 220 to 204 pounds. Her stomach went down. It really does cleanse you out pretty good. I'm just saying. So you should go ahead and check that out if you're looking for, some relief. And then, of course, we have the work hard. Hold on, what was it called? Work hard, praise hard workout on YouTube is what I found, as well as the trap cardio is excellent as a go-to for YouTube. She said, this detox had me up last night. I couldn't fall asleep, but I'm going to keep trying it. What in the world? What type of detox did you take, Toya? Oh, goodness. All right. Now, ladies, I don't know if y'all ready for today. This is the one I had prepared last week that I didn't get to. But don't beat me up. I am just the messenger, and I really want to get you guys' feedback, because the good men said we are pushing them away. And at first, I wasn't going to touch this topic. I'm like, because us ladies, we go through a lot. There's a reason why we show up in these relationships the way we do. But I said, it kept coming to me. So first, my trainer, y'all know Corey Campbell. He is off the chain. He was talking about it. Then I ran across this video from, I want to say something Samuels. I can't remember his first name. Is it Kevin Samuels? Samuels. He was talking about it. Then for Stephen Speaks, he was talking about it. I said, no, hold on now. If the men is feeling this way and all saying the same thing, I think we ought to do justice to go ahead and listen to what they're saying about us. Again, these is the good men, the good men. What equates a good man? You feel it, and you got that list of what you feel is a good man. And they saying that after we done been through this stuff with the other one, that we're doing things to push the good men away. I want to hear from y'all today and y'all feedback on what you think of this. So I'm going to go through the points of what they said we are doing. And the funny part is I read this to my cousin last night and she just laughed. I was like, why are you laughing? She said, because all of those are me. I said, well, at least you can acknowledge it. Remember, you can't change what you won't acknowledge. So the first thing she said, oh, pushing them away. The first thing that they said is that we are overly independent. Now, I argued and said, well, we've had to be. Because in our situation, and I'm going to go, it's focused on the African American couple, African American men and women together, but apply it to your situation as well if you are of another race. But we've had to, if you look at the history of single moms and dads not showing up and dads not being in the home, or then you look at the economic disadvantages and the decisions that some of our African American men have made that have pushed them or taken them away from the home. We've had to be overly independent. But I understand those factors, but if we take out those factors and we have the good man, we have ourselves, they saying that they said, not Levante, we didn't took this whole notion of, all the ladies were independent. They said we didn't took it to a whole nother level, okay? They said we, it's good to have confidence in ourselves, courage in ourselves, but they said, where's the man supposed to show up? I said, oh my goodness gracious. They said we're overly independent versus being interdependent, versus working together, versus having a mate where, you want to feel needed, all that. Then they use the example of when you have your child and they get a little older and you want to do this for them or, help them out here. And they're pretty much like, no, I got it. That hurts you a little bit as a mama. They said, imagine how the men are feeling when you do that. I see some things that can happen. You can wait for the other foot to drop with a good man because your filter is based on past situations. Somebody said true, left out loud. You better sing it. Oh, y'all about to cut up today. So they said we're overly independent. What y'all think? Tell me in the chat. Do you agree? Yes, we have to learn to be vulnerable with the right man. That's the key. And allow him to be there for us. And it's hard. I could speak. Look here. I'm going to say ouch on each one. This is an ouch one. It's because we want to be able to hold our own. We want to be able to reach our goals. And they're not saying we can't do that. They're saying, from what I gather, well, don't push me out while you're doing it, right? She said, men need to be needed. They said, but women are taught to need a man, get it on our own. Oh, thank you, Toya, because you confused me. She typing fast, ain't she? But women are taught to not need a man to get it on your own, right? I guess it depends on the different household and the family that you're coming from, if you're taught to not need a man. But there is this notion in the music we listen to and the independent women that we see, like, girl, make your own, create your own. But how we got to think of how that fits with a good man. Come on. Y'all remember Brandon was talking to us. He was holding back, but okay. Then they said, we're good women, but we're negative too. Oh my gosh. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Like, did somebody pinch me? They're saying we're amazing. We have all these qualities. We can hold our own. We accomplish our goals. But behind closed door, and I've heard this about myself, we got an attitude on us. We are feisty. We cut. This like they see Jekyll and Hyde. They see a whole nother side. She said, I did it. I had a guard up for a while. Thank God my man was patient and understanding. Well, that's the key there. But they said it's almost as if we switch up. We got this negativity about us. We harp on them. They like to use that good word, nag. They said we're good women. We have amazing qualities. We're wifey material. But when stuff don't go our way, we show out. We don't exhibit that control, that calmness that we need to. And I can say, ouch, 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 right? And I am seeing this even today where I got to work on how I show up when I'm upset. Then, oh goodness, they was given these facts. They said we don't listen too well, we interpret. So y'all know us. We say, well, this is what I heard you say, and we think them we heard them say, and we analyze what they said, and in essence, when we bring it back around, that ain't what they said at all, right? We kind of go off of our own thoughts. We're already coming up with our response when they say something because that attitude kicks in. We don't listen too well. We interpret, flip, analyze. They say one thing. They say that the grass is blue and the sky is purple, and we switch the colors around. We said they ain't see no grass at all. Y'all know how we do. She said, yep, I can relate. Spoiled, right? So they say we not even listening, sis. And this is how we are pushing the good men away. Remember, the good men, the good ones, the good ones. Then they said, well, when we look at where this came from, how we started building up these traits, why we kind of put up this wall, this armor that kind of shows up in the relationship as us feeling like, all right, yeah, you the man, I need you for this, but I don't need you in this area, and I'm gonna push you away here, and I'm gonna treat you like this. And the question is, are you able and do you trust that he can lead you? Because one, a good man is gonna step up to that. A good man, even if he has to find his way on how to do it, he wants to lead you. And can you trust it? Or are you like myself and you just take the reins and say, all right, I'm the leader. Look, this is what they said. If you look it up, Stefan speaks, like, look here, this is what they said. Do we trust that they can lead us? And there may be especially from your past relationships, the hurt of that, the way you had to show up in past relationships to protect yourself, to work on trust, to kind of be that independent person. Like maybe you had to show up that way here, but then you got out of that situation, got a good man, but you're still showing up the same way. Ooh, that's a word. Ouch. But you're still showing up the same way as all-powerful, independent with INDE. Y'all know. You're showing up that way, but it's not going to be as successful in your current relationship. They said, where are these good ones at? Because, sis, I think I'm missing out. Well, now, sis, I ain't going to call you out on here. We've had talks now. Okay? That's key. We have to feel safe and know he utilizes wisdom. Absolutely. For me, if he submits to God, I can submit to him. Now, come on, Pastor. Come on now. So remember, we can't, if we had to be the overly independent, be the her in the last relationship, well, we got the good man, that doesn't mean we can necessarily show up that way again. And then this is a big one. Come on, because sis, it's okay. They said, that we be sexually neglectful, right? They said when we get our attitudes, when anything bothering us, good morning, Allison, they said that we withhold the sex. Well, they said they don't get sex in months, right? And we know that is an important component of a relationship. I mean, when y'all got together, it was popping off. Then, no, come on, I want y'all to be married first, but it's 2021, so I know that doesn't always happen. But when we first got together, that was popping off. And when you guys kind of got further in it, you was like, no. I remember too, and I heard something where they said, you're not supposed, especially in a marriage, you're not supposed to withhold sex and all that. It's almost like they said it was your duty. Pastor, is that right, Pastor Miller? Rose said, how do you access what's a trust issue and a good boundary? So that's a good question. So how do you access what is a trust issue and versus a good boundary? A trust issue typically comes up when there's been some sort of violation. So, but has it been a violation from that person or experiences from your past is a good way to look at it as well. And in a boundary, it's tough because I would need to get more context, but what are we putting boundaries in within our relationship? Like, this is our person. So with those, like, what do boundaries in a relationship really look like? So Rose, if you could say that. Oh, y'all talking now. Hold on. Women do use that as a way of punishment. I know some friends that have done this. Tierra said, I can definitely identify with all of these. Healing, idea of roles, and emotional intimacy has to take place first before each can submit to each other. Emotional intimacy, being vulnerable, being open. And at times it is extremely hard to be vulnerable and speak your truth. There's so many things going on in your mind. It's scary. It feels so almost like cover me up. Don't see all these emotions, right? But she said before each can submit to each other. Look here, look. Relationships is hard. And I don't know if we have been given a full guide and kind of the rules. There's so many different ways people go about relationships that it's hard for us to pinpoint what are the key elements we got to have up in this bad boy. Oh, she said, in a marriage, you are not to use sex as leverage. Come on now. The marital bed is meant to be pleasurable. It is not to be used to lord over your mate. Y'all talking today. Right? So again, if you're just joining us, these are stipulations based on when you have a good man, what you're doing to push them away, right? So then it says, the good dude often has to, he comes after, he goes against your friends and family. Like every component of y'all's relationship, you're putting friends and family first before you even listening to him. And he's like, how am I supposed to compete with that? Oh, goodness, right? And it's good. Remember, I always say, have your support network. But it's all about how you utilize your support network. Because in some cases, I don't know if y'all watched the Bell Collective, and I don't think the friend was stepping over boundaries. She was being protective, but you can tell she was very involved in her friend's relationship, right? And for a man, it's almost like, well, heck, who am I married to? Who am I with? So you got to have that connection between you guys first. And then when you need, bring your friends and family in for support, for guidance, for understanding. But knowing too that even in that, you got to wiggle through what you're going to accept from that, what advice, all of that. Then they said, and we're coming up on the last one, and that one, y'all going to beat me up, but we're going to go with it. Lack of appreciation versus we feel entitled. Ouch. Right? It's almost like, and I know how it shows up for me. It's almost like, this is common sense. Why aren't you doing this? Like, what? Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Versus, don't nobody want to hear that that's what they supposed to do. They want to hear, even when I did it, thank you. I appreciate it. That felt good, right? Oh, goodness gracious. But we don't do that. We be like, about time you did it. About time you got that together. About time you came through with what I just said 50 times. Because also at times we get caught up in kind of the day-to-day of, these are my needs, these are my expectations. If you ain't meeting them, oh, well, I'm going to give you hell. I'm going to interpret. I'm going to be negative. I'm going to not trust you. All that stuff. There's so many. Look here, we could talk on this topic all week. Let me see what women need to stop telling all their business to their mama and all the housewives. Relationships matters should seek counseling or work out between the two, unless it's like abuse or life or death. Yes, if it's abuse or anything, you got to get out and you got to do it safely, because that can be challenging as well. So definitely seek therapeutic advice and help on how to get out. So lack of appreciation versus we feel entitled. Then the last one, ladies, don't beat me up. Don't come fight in me when you hear what this is what the good men said. They said that as time goes by, we let ourselves go. Whew. Now, no, come on. Now, don't jump to, he want me to be skinny. No. He's saying he loved you for all your curves, your thickness, everything you had. But now you got some extra curves and thickness. And mind, I had this argument with the trainer. They said it in the video. Everything they're saying, yes, he loves you, but remember, they go off of attraction as well. Like they want to see you and get excited. And at times, sometimes we put on a little chunk and it may not be the same. Then we just let ourselves go. I mean, come on. They said, looking a mess. Woo, child. I did hear this from my brother who is a good man. Exactly. And the funny part is at times we feel like, and they told me, like, you give advice saying you know what men want, but do you really know what men want? And I had to think about it like, well, I know it's different for each man, but do I? No, you got to talk to the men. You got to listen to them. So ladies, I'm coming saying what they said. So they said, not the pink rollers looking a mess. Look. Let ourselves go, not carry. Now, I know you said, well, I got this and this and this to do, and I'm focused on this, all that. Yes, you wear a lot of hats. But we are also women of strength. That's where that strength comes in. We can multitask and we can still take care of ourselves. She said, get your lip gloss popping. Oh, y'all cutting up today. Hold on. So what about when they let their self go and we still love them? So they said we would do that too, where we would look and say, well, what about what you doing? Yes, ladies, they have to keep themselves up too. But right now, that's one thing in relationships too. We always have to look at ourselves. What can I do? We're really good at, well, you ain't do this, so I'm not going to do this. Well, that's not going to facilitate change. We also got to look at I take full responsibility of when, yes, you're doing wrong. Yes, you're doing something that doesn't align with what I want, but I still got to look at myself and say, okay, what can I wholeheartedly take responsibility for and change? But yes, they do let themselves go. But I know you still love them, but I know you be looking like, that six pack that I love to rub on ain't there no more. You think it? Come on, be honest. Right? So, all in all, goodness. I mean, it's a lot to gather. And I know our ladies, we take offense, but this is what the good men said. And some of y'all validated. Y'all said it's truth. And it's okay. It's okay if you got some ouch moments, right? It just means really look at it and see, what can I change? What can I do different? Don't beat me up. I'm just a messenger. I heard this stuff out on these streets, and I said I got to take this back to my ladies and see what they think. Don't beat me up, okay? If y'all want to flush through some more of this stuff, we sure can. Just send me a message and we can process through it. That is all I had for today. Don't beat me up. I hope you took away something. I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you. Have a marvelous day. You do it all. You work late, you show up for others, and you do it all with a smile. At Levante and Dorsey and Associates, we seek to discover the stress and pain you hide behind it all. We seek to equip you with the courage to tell your story. Your initial appointment will begin with an intake assessment. We ask you questions about yourself and what brings you into therapy. Our offices are warm spaces designed to make you feel comfortable no matter what you are facing. Our goal at Levante and Dorsey and Associates is to make sure you receive the help you need to grow and to begin to live your best life. So feel free to call or text today to schedule your appointment at 302-956-9188. We're located in Newark, Delaware.